Is it too late to review the Faces Canada 3-in-1 HydraMatte foundation? If it is, then I'm very sorry, you guys. This is not a new product. I know it's completely old, but I have been hearing all good talks about this foundation. So I thought, because I love base product, because I love foundation to try out different formulas, I thought let me just give it a try. As you all know, I have a dry matured skin type. Also, I have got uneven texture. So this is a good time to try out this foundation. So if you guys are interested to know my thought about this foundation, then all you have to do is stay tuned till the end of this video. Alright you guys, so I will not bore you with the packaging details, as you know by now how this foundation is, but because I'm trying out this foundation for the 5th time today, so I am really interested to see how this foundation wears off for 5 hours, as they say that it lasts up till 10 hours and it suits all skin types. As I said, I have been trying out this foundation for the 3-4 days now and I still not formed my thought yet, so I thought let's just come in front of you, let's just do it all together so we can come to know how exactly this foundation looks on my skin. So this is a HydraMatte foundation that has got foundation, moisturizer and a sunscreen in it. So it has SPF of 30. Also it is enriched with vitamin E, orange extracts and vitamin C that is going to provide moisturization. Also it is going to give you a glowing and brightening skin. This is zero alcohol and mineral oil. You get 25 ml for the price of rupees 549 and it is suitable for each and every skin type. Now they say that it has a inbuilt concealer to give you high coverage. It provides you seamless matte finish, lightweight and breathable formula. So this is a paraben free, cruelty free and a vegan brand, and the rest of the details we are going to see it while using this foundation. So today I am going to try out this foundation with 2 primers. One side I'll use the dewy base and the other side I will use a silicone base, just to see how this foundation wears on both the primers. The other day I tried using a dewy primer and the foundation really looked very nice on my skin. So I'm really interested how it works with a silicone based primer. So I'm using my Maybelline dewy primer and I will apply it on the right side of my face. For the left hand side, I will take my Touch and Soul No Pore Blame Primer. So I'll give the primer to sit on my skin for some time. For the foundation application, I'll use one side with the sponge and other side with the brush to see how the finish is and how the coverage is. So I will be back very soon. So as you can see, this is a very runny kind of foundation. It is nicely dripping on my hand. So I have taken a way too much product, but I don't need that much. So this side I will do with the sponge and the left side I will try with the brush. So I have still got this much product left. What I am thinking is to do a oxidation test, because I'm really interested to know whether it oxidizes or not. So I will just take some on the back of my hand and I will just let it sit over here until and unless I finish my makeup, and then I will come and do a fresh oxidation test. Oh my god, I'm really into a wet test. So after I have used my sponge and a brush, I cannot see any difference. Both the side is giving me a same finish and it is like a very light coverage foundation. I can see my imperfections peeking through, which I'm really loving. So it has got a little bit of radiance. Now on this side you have seen me using a silicone based primer, and still you can see some kind of a luminosity, a very subtle radiance. And on this side also I've used a dewy primer, so on this side also you can see the same. So I cannot spot any difference as such, so I'll complete the rest of my face makeup and I will be right back. Alright you guys, so I finished my makeup by 14:02 p.m. and by the time I applied my foundation it was already 1:30. So I will start my wear test past that time, because that is when I finish applying my foundation, and now it has been half an hour that I completed my whole face of makeup, and I am really loving how my makeup turned up today. Each and every product just went on very smoothly without any doubt. As I tried this foundation for the past 3-4 days, so I had a fair idea that yes, all the makeup products does go well on top of this foundation. Also, I wanted to mention one thing, that I did some color correction around my mouth area and under my eyes area, because you have seen that I've got a pretty good dark circle and some darkness around my mouth. And today I have used a dewy setting spray on the right hand side and a elf all day night micro setting spray on the left hand side. Now I should remember by the end of the day which side is what, so that I don't get confused. Alright, so this is how my makeup looks. Let me come up close to show you how exactly my skin looks with this foundation and all the makeup on my skin. So guys, this is my face up close. You can see my pores little bit, because on this side I have just used a dewy primer and this side I have used a silicone based primer, so it has nicely filled and blurred out my pores. And also you can see little bit of my imperfections like my pimple marks and my darkness on the forehead. So it is still all looking put together and very natural. Also today I have very lightly powdered my face. I did not go overboard, and you know I love my current holy grail powder, that is NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop powder. Despite of powdering my face, you can still see some amount of dewiness, radiance on my skin. This side is looking a lot more radiance than this side, and I have not used any highlighter today. It is just the blush that you can see on my face. Oh, I forgot about the oxidation test. So this foundation is already set on my skin and it has, you know, turned to my hand color. So let's see whether it has oxidized or not. So I'm taking a fresh swatch, and you can see it has got one shade darker, so it has slightly oxidized, not much. But I'm really confused with the undertone, because in my opinion it has a neutral olive undertone. That is what I can feel, because I can see some greenish tint to the foundation. Now it might be my mistake, or if you have used the shade Warm Sand, then please let me know what you feel about the undertone. Please comment down below. It will be really helpful for me. So it feels very lightweight at the moment. I don't know how it will be after 5 hours of wear test, but I am feeling very skin like. It is not giving me any heavy kind of feel, which I'm loving the most. So yes, I will catch you in between. If not, then I will come and do a check-in at the end of the video. Hey everyone, I'm back for my in-between check-in. The current time is 4:39 p.m. and this is how my skin looks now after 3.5 hours. So let me just scooch you in so that you can see how my skin looks up close with the makeup and the foundation. So this is how my skin looks. It is looking pretty good at the moment, and the foundation stayed on my nose for 3.5 hours, which is a big thing, you guys, because none of the foundation and concealer stays on this part of my face. But because I applied very light layer of foundation, so it is still there. I'm really loving the foundation on my skin. It is still not making me heavy. It has still not separated in any ways, and I cannot see any kind of creasing or settling of this foundation. Now because I applied only one layer of this foundation, so maybe because of that it is looking that good, but I would suggest that don't go with too many layers. You can build up the product wherever needed. Don't apply it to the entire face, otherwise it can make it look cakey. So I'll come back at 7:30 p.m. and we are going to see together how this foundation performed on my dry textured skin type. Hey everyone, so I'm back for my final check-in. Currently it is 7:35 p.m. So as promised, I'm here in front of you. So this is how my face looks. Now you can see my kajal has already smudged, which happens with each and every kajal. My under eyes are really oily, nothing holds up, and the face makeup is looking so seamless, so beautiful. The foundation did held up really well. I was in the kitchen preparing for dinner, I was sweating, but the foundation did not melt whatsoever, and the lipstick, you guys, also held up pretty well. This is from Mars Cosmetics. If you guys are interested to watch that review, I'll link it here on the I button. So let me bring you in close so that you can see how my face and skin looks. So guys, this is how my face looks up close. Now on the right hand side, as you know, I have used a dewy primer. On the left hand side, I have used a silicone based primer, and both the primers did work well to keep this foundation in place. I'm so happy that I cannot express in words. My face is looking bit oily than before, but this happens after 6 hours of wearing any foundation. But I can still blot those extra oil and powder it off and call it a day. I'm really loving how this foundation is actually looking, you guys. Now the foundation has rubbed off from my nose area. That I can give it a point that it happens with most of the foundation. Sometimes it happens within 3 hours, but this happened only after 6 hours of wearing this foundation. I'm really shocked to see this foundation working so well, you guys. So on the T-zone, I can see most of the oils, and this part of my face is little bit oily. Still, I would give this foundation a thumbs up to meet my expectation. I was really not expecting this to be this good, you know. So yes, I would totally recommend this product to all of you. This is a must-have foundation for each and every skin type. Even if you're oily skin type, you can just blot those extra oil, powder your face, and you can call it a day, like how I am going to do if I'm going out with this foundation. However, I would suggest getting this foundation when on discount. Please don't pay a full price, though it is worth the money, but still wait for the right time. Now I picked up mine from Myntra for the price of rupees 297. It was really a steal deal, and you will always find it on Amazon at a great discount, if not on Myntra or other websites. Alright you guys, so it's a wrap for today. Hope you found the video helpful and informative, and if you did, please take a moment to like, share, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell button. You can also follow me on my social media handles, whose link I have mentioned it in the description box. Please come and say hi, and I will see you soon with my next one. Till then, bye bye, take care.